What is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel. On point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back, guys. All right. And if you are a Xerjoff fan, welcome. This is going to be an interesting review on a fragrance that hasn't really been reviewed for a few years now. All right. The last time this was reviewed was back in the year 2014 and 16 by two of my favorite niche reviewers, Ryan as well as Mr. Zayas, and this was reviewed back in the day. I'm bringing him back today for you guys who are fans of Xerjoff, so you guys can really reintroduce yourselves to this perfume. Now, this fragrance is from the Shooting Stars line, and this is called Dhajala. All right, Dhajala. And it's called Dhajala because this commemorates a meteor shower in Gujarati, India, back in 1976. It was called the Dhajala meteor shower. This one obviously is from the Xerjoff Shooting Stars lineup, and of course the most famous one from that lineup is arguably Neo. All right, and this is one of them, and I thought that this was really interesting, especially at this point with a lot of Xerjoffs being launched, because this actually somewhat resembles one of my favorite Xerjoffs as well. So we will be talking about Dhajala today. What is the scent like, guys? What can you expect? Let's go talk about it today. Let's hit the music. We're back, guys. Xerjoff Shooting Stars Dhajala. Let's go spray this right now. Oh yeah. So let's go talk about the fragrance right here, guys. This one opens up green and citrusy. Okay, green and citrusy in the beginning, guys. You got some bergamot, okay, and then you're going to get galbanum, and galbanum is a resin, a green resin that definitely it smells balsamic, and it also smells like sort of like piney. Okay, so there is that fresh effect here in the beginning with that galbanum, and you know it's there because it's definitely not the bergamot. So it's going to be heavy on galbanum and bergamot. And then the transitional note here is the orange. Now the orange eventually goes into orange blossom later on in the mid, but nevertheless it's a pretty refreshing, nice start to Dhajala. Now on the mid, guys, the orange intensifies as orange blossom also comes in here. And then of course in comes a really big dose of pink pepper. Okay, now the pink pepper I really gotta clarify right here, okay, because there is a confusion with the notes. Some places will say there's rose in here, but actually some will say that it's just bay rose, and bay rose, guys, is basically pink pepper. Okay, so I don't detect any rose in here. Okay, I mean, I really double triple check, guys. I mean, I don't detect any rose here. It's basically pink pepper, guys. Okay, pink pepper and orange blossom on the mid, and of course that pink pepper, guys, provides an additional zing, okay, on this fragrance. And then you have this nice sweet orange blossom. Now there's also some white florals here in the background. There is some jasmine that follows shortly after that, but I would say the most prominent part of the mid that you will smell is basically the pepper and the orange blossom. Now the dry down is basically an ambery vanilla dry down. Okay, so I mean, this is what makes this fragrance a little bit more popular. A lot of people are saying it's an amber scent, and that's really just because the latter part is primarily amber. Okay, so this one, I mean, it feels like it has labdanum in it. Okay, because the notes say amber, but I mean, I really smell labdanum, which also gives off that ambery scent. So I feel like there's labdanum in here. And then there's also a couple of resins here that I don't know. I mean, I really did research, like, where are those resins from, but I mean, I really couldn't find anything. So I'm thinking they're sort of like, you know, maybe Peru balsam or something like that, because Peru balsam basically is like vanilla, cinnamon, slight cinnamon and vanilla. So I believe that these resins here on the dry down of the Dhajala are basically same thing, vanillic, balsamic, sweet, and you can really smell those resins. Like I told you guys, it's a real amber vanilla dry down. And then there's musk as well later, way later, but really it's a 100% high quality amber type of dry down here in the Dhajala. So this one right here, guys, I will say is an elegant blend. All right, this is an elegant, like upscale perfume to actually grab. And I feel like this is not a modern blend, okay? Like when I think about where I could possibly use this, nothing comes to mind because it doesn't feel modern. You know, it feels like a classic blend from the past. It feels like something like a royal would wear, or a blue blood would wear, an aristocrat, something like that. Okay, so you know, for $200 of for $200 you can smell like a blue blood. Okay, so but definitely it feels something like that. Okay, like it's definitely more of an elegant grab. I'm pretty sure it's for special occasions, you know, but it's definitely not modern to me. Now I will point this out, guys. So this is something that I've seen the feedback on, and some people are saying that there is a part here that is stomach churning or headache inducing. Okay, I will address this part because I'm a no hype guy. So in my opinion, this can exist, and that's because of the transition into the vanilla. All right, there's that part in between the mid notes or heading to the dry down, guys, or before that amber starts, where there's sort of like this like creamy, like lactonic and sweet transition. And I can say that that transition ain't for everybody. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, and I can see where that's coming from when people are saying they got some stomach churning parts, and that's probably because of that. It's because of that vanilla transition and amber. Okay, so but I will say this, guys, the amber, I mean, it's not a strong amber, but it's just, I guess, you know, just different dosings of the amber, because you've got the balsam, you've got the labdanum, I think it's labdanum, and then you have the vanilla too. So I mean, you are going to get different levels of that ambery sweetness, but yeah, there's still going to be that creamy lactonic, sort of like buttery part even, that maybe some of y'all won't like. But that's the only negative that I can see. But I don't really, you know, I don't really think that it's that much of a negative, because for me it's not a big deal. Now the thing I saw here too was that this was marketed as a female perfume, but actually I think that this is a unisex perfume. Okay, there are some notes here that definitely lean more masculine, and one of those definitely the pink pepper, for example, as well as the vanilla. And then there's also notes here that also are great for the women, such as the orange blossom, for example. And then of course there's that amber that definitely binds both. Like the amber is great for both sexes. So I think it's definitely unisex, guys. I mean, let me know in the comments if you guys rock this, if you're a guy or a girl that rocks the Dhajala, but I think it's definitely unisex. Now, like I said, this was reviewed by a couple of really big channels that I subscribe to as well, Mr. Zayaz and Ryan, and that was like a few years ago, but there's a fragrance that came out this year that I feel has some similarities to this one, and that's one of my favorites, Xerjoff Torino, which is a Turin boutique exclusive. So that's something that it came out once, and you know, if you really passed on it, like it will be quite hard to get it again. All right, and the moment I sprayed this, guys, like I had some real like I had some Torino feels, and you can match up the notes with Torino. You'll see a lot of similarities here, because you'll have orange, and then you'll also have pepper and orange blossom. Okay, in Torino, Torino doesn't have the galbanum start, the galbanum bergamot start. It's basically orange, and then the pepper is black pepper. So it's actually a much stronger pepper in Torino, but then you'll still see that neroli pepper combination. And it, I mean, yeah, when I sprayed this, there was a part of Dhajala here that really felt like Torino to me. Okay, not 100%, but it really did feel like it. So maybe Torino is somewhat of a revival of this Dhajala formula here. But of course, Torino is limited. So I mean, if you missed out on Torino, I think that, you know, you can find a nice alternative with Dhajala. Okay, so if you missed out on Torino, it's possible that you can get some of these Torino feels in Dhajala. Okay, but of course, Dhajala though, straight up ambery Drydown, amber vanilla Drydown, which Torino, I mean, it's totally different for Torino. I also think that this fragrance is great for your own enjoyment. Like I said, I mean, this one here feels like an aristocrat's perfume, guys. Okay, to me, I really can't find a purpose other than, man, I would spray this and feel like royalty. Okay, so a lot of y'all I know, you're at home, you're just enjoying your scents. I mean, we're not really wearing them to go out right now. So this is one of those. I think that once you spray this on you, you will feel like royalty. Okay, I mean, if you guys like Clive Christian perfumes, for example, you might like this one. Okay, because that's exactly what it does. Or maybe some of those old creeds, like it gives you that royalty feel as if you are a member of some blue blood family or something. Okay, so definitely this is for your own enjoyment as well. It's not just for special occasions or just like an upscale perfume so you can smell like luxury, smell like $1 million. I mean, it really feels good to spray this right now and smell it. Performance too is very decent on this one, I would say. I mean, typical Xerjoff. I mean, one of the things that I shared with Verge, who actually sent me this, thank you Verge, by the way, is, you know, I was telling him that I haven't seen a Xerjoff that actually doesn't perform. You know, they all perform decent, especially on 3 sprays from a full bottle. They all perform great. So this one, really great performance, guys. I mean, nice sillage cloud for about, you know, 4 to 5 hours, guys. And longevity is probably a little bit more, probably 7, okay, on this one. Definitely great performance on Dhajala. Okay, so let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys own Dhajala, if you've ever tried it. How does your feedback match up with mine? Does it feel like an aristocratic type scent? Unisex? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And hopefully Ryan or Mr. Zayas is watching this, so maybe they can comment below and tell me what they think of Dhajala right now, 2020. Okay, so, but definitely an interesting scent. I mean, this was something when I pulled out some of the samples and tested them out, I was like, man, people gotta know about this. I don't think it's that talked about. So here we go, here it is. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching my reviews. Stay on until the end of the video because I will link a lot of the other Xerjoff videos that I did. I did a lot of them, okay, plus the exclusives. Symphonium might be next. I have it here. I have been wearing it, so I might talk about Symphonium next. Or Regio might be another one, or Lyra. So we got a lot. So comment below, guys, if there are any Xerjoff fragrances you want me to talk about, okay? And of course, do not forget to like and subscribe. All right, I appreciate you guys for being here, liking, subscribing, sharing, talking, commenting, watching the ads. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Take care. Peace.